If you want a life of active detoxing in which you have constant inflammation, which will produce things like mucus, fever, diarrhea, stop watching this video right now and go follow Darko Velcek works. But if you want a life of true healing and purification in which you are passively cleaning your generational and these lives toxins, then continue watching, because I'm going to clarify a few more misconceptions about this all detox. So a while back somebody suggested me to check his work, and once I saw his channel a bunch of 1 hour long videos, I quickly gave up on watching. I watched a few minutes and I gave up. And recently somebody else told me go check his work, and I found on Instagram this guy who created a simplified post called Darko Velcek Self-Healers Protocol Explained. So he starts by saying the foundation. Darko Velcek Self-Healers Protocol is a natural healing approach based on hydration, salt consumption, and diet adjustments. So how can hydration and salt consumption be put in the same sentence? I do not understand. If you drink salted water, you dehydrate yourself, and the way you can know that that is the case is that you increase your thirst instead of satiating it. His ideas challenge mainstream medicine. Okay, let's see. And emphasize just because you're outside of the mainstream doesn't mean you then found an actual an actual fix. You can still be extremely lost. And emphasize that toxicity and dehydration are the main causes of disease. Okay, but he promotes salt consumption, so I don't understand how he wants to get rid of toxicity. Salt is an essential micronutrient, it is a mineral, but it's only useful in trace amount, as much as mercury, for example. Why isn't he promoting mercury consumption forcefully? This protocol focuses on restoring cellular hydration. Okay, hydration again. Detoxification, yeah, once again, when you say the word detox, you're saying the word tox, you're talking about toxins. You will end up in filling your life with toxins. What you want is purification, healing, and balancing body functions. Okay, fair enough, some fallacies already, some counterintuitive wording. Second page, hydration with salted water. The oxymoron of the century, as much as healthy human vegans and as much as anti-aging exercise. This guy in this summary says, drink water with natural sea salt. I mean, fresh water has a very trace amount of sea salt or salt. How did it get there? If it was from the sea or not? I mean, it's a cycle of water. Who cares? Unrefined, non-ionized, non-Himalayan throughout the day. Okay. So as far as I can understand, is you add the natural sea salt onto it to dehydrate yourself. Of course, can only be that. The idea is that the body needs both water and minerals to properly hydrate cells. Of course, you need a electrolyte water. That's why I personally consume high total dissolved solids and well minerally pelleted water. And natural humans, like I should do, consume blood, which is not saline. It's not... it doesn't taste like salted water. It has mercury, it has salt, sodium, and chloride, but in trace amounts. That's what we need to understand. Once you go over trace amounts of both of those, you get problems. Salt helps enter water into the cells, improving hydration and allowing detoxification once sufficient plasma has been achieved. I think what he means by detoxification is you're gonna start to have diarrhea, but we'll see. Helps water enter the cells. Okay, maybe in trace amounts, but once you improving hydration, no, it dehydrates you. You increase your thirst. Recommended dosage: 9 grams of salt. Why don't you have 9 grams of mercury every single day? Per 1 liter of water. It's not per day, it's per 1 liter of water. Chugged in the morning for a flush and sipped gradually throughout the day. Why do you want to flush? What flushing? Natural humans don't chug anything. The only thing they might chug is meat that is tasting good for them, and even blood. You can see videos, they don't chug. They drink a little bit and they have pleasure. And even meat, they eat gradually, tranquilly. Chugging is for fools, is for beer guys that are bad in their head because they drank too much beer. Drink at least 3 liters of salted water throughout the day. At least. You have to force yourself. You cannot trust your senses. Ideally, you want to trigger diarrhea every day. I'm not putting any words. You can check this guy. I'm gonna add him to the comments or description. You want to trigger, ideally, diarrhea every day. Such an ideal life. So great. To cleanse the body. No, you cannot use the word cleanse. You can say detox because you're taking out the toxins that you just consumed. It is toxic. Salt is toxic in above trace amounts, as much as mercury. And ensure proper hydration. Sure, because you're gonna feel extra thirsty, your throat's gonna feel dry, but you're hydrating yourself. I drink half a liter per day to feel totally satiated in my throat. Natural humans probably even drink less, typically in blood, sure. But you say that you need 3 liters to ensure proper hydration, which in your case will actually do the opposite. Next page, third page. Or raw and unprocessed diet. I mean, I'm not even going to read this. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, if you lived in nature, you would consume only raw foods, as in foods in their natural state. Encourages eating fresh raw animal foods, raw milk. I mean, you cannot call raw milk a natural food unless it's your mother's raw milk, because other than that you cannot get that in nature. You need to herd cattle, and that's not natural. No animal herds. Eggs, it's an occasion, depending on where you live, it might be kind of rare for you to get it. And meat you can get it throughout the day. I don't know why he doesn't say you should get ideally red meat, because it has more nutrients. Whatever. These nourish the body and contain the right frequency. Let's start entering the frequency and the vibration to attract and manifest the life that we desire. It is true that eating raw animal food from healthy animals that you tolerate, that you will get the right frequency. He's right about this. Don't consume processed foods, grains, starches, which he believes contribute to inflammation and dehydration. Of course, if they have toxins, which they have, a bunch of plant defense chemicals, they have to promote those. Both of those. you want your body to be in state of ketosis. I mean, it is the ideal state for our bodies. Your mother's milk started the colostrum started at being high in sugar and lactose. Then the in the middle way it was half fatty, half sugary. And then the foremilk, the last milk that you drank from your mother, the so-called foremilk, was higher in fat and lower in sugar, so that you can go straight into ketosis as you go into toddler going into teen, and teen going into adult. But it is indeed true, and Gatis is correct about this. Natural humans do consume, as much as bears, a bunch of fruit, as much as they can get, and even honey. I mean, of course, with the comb, and even with larvae, as much as they can, from late summer to late autumn, late fall. But one can argue if that is ideal for us. I would say that it is ideal for you to be in ketosis 24/7, 365. But I wouldn't consider it hindering to consume as much fruit, natural fruit, as you wish in the fall. Plant foods may interfere with hydration. They do, of course, and for carnivores at least. And can cause the accumulation of toxins. Darko, however, is fine with minor quantities of stuff like fruit. Yeah, I would say even if you want to consume fruit throughout the year, as long as you are primarily fat burning, no problem. If you are just on meat and fat, you're probably right here. But if you consume some fruit and you're still primarily fat burning, who cares? But ideally you would only consume it in the optimum, or not even that. Even Agenas, who promoted a bunch of plant stuff, said that in nature humans don't get much fruit, at least in the places he visited and lived in nature. He also is fine with minor quantities of olive oil. I mean, don't listen to that. Coconut oil, I mean, if it's minor, and, it still has a bunch of anti-nutrients, which are toxins. And capers. Why capers? I don't understand. Maybe it's just this guy who wrote this. They contain little to no toxin and are okay as long as they are raw. Okay. Fasting and meal frequency. Here we go again. This is page number 4. Promotes intermittent fasting or longer fasts to allow the body to detox and heal. By the way, I'm gonna give my 2 cents about this. It is indeed true that intermittent fasting does allow your body to clean itself better. It's like because it doesn't have food to digest, it can focus on doing cleaning, on doing healing. When the body is not busy digesting, exactly, it can focus on the healing process. When in ketosis, fasting is easy. True, if you are fat adapted, it's very easy to fast. And in my perspective, one should do it naturally. Allow your body to decide when it wants to fat, not when. Darko suggests eating 1 or 2 meals a day, focusing on nutrient-dense foods. The less frequent meals you have, the easier it is to eat high-quality foods, not overeat, and allow the body to focus on other processes and digest. I mean, it's kind of dumb. The less frequent meals, the more you'll overeat. If you only eat once a week, you'll overeat for sure. If you only eat once a day, you'll eat 2 meals in a day, in one. I personally, and I made a video about this, and I can show you right here, which in which I have just talked that you will fast without thinking about fasting for as long as you're truly fat adapted. Uh, for me, I'll only be hungry for lunch and for a early dinner. Every single day, I'm perfectly content with that. I don't have any hunger. I like to do stuff in the morning. I don't like to eat in the morning. I don't feel like doing. Some days it's like at 12. Some days it's at 1 p.m. And then the dinner is usually around 6, but who cares? I mean, once the time savings change, it will probably change 1 hour upwards or downwards. Who cares? Yeah, I really recommend that you don't force yourself to fast. If you feel like eating, go freaking eat. But if it is not easy for you to fast, if for you to actually fast the morning or whatever, it is forceful, I would say that you are not truly fat adapted, and go watch my video and eat more fat to get fat adapted. And once you are fat adapted, it will be just normal. Even my dogs, which I believe are fat adapted because they don't eat much meat, they will spend many hours without going for the food, and they have always good meat on their plate, and they have rainwater, so not bad for a pet, not ideal as well. Avoid pharmaceuticals and synthetic supplements. I mean, do we have to talk about it in this day and age, as they can introduce toxicity? I mean, your salt promotion also introduces it. Support the body natural detox processes through sweating, fasting, and hydration. So if you're sweating, you're stressed out. I mean, toxins do go away from sweat primarily, and secondly through the skin. That's what Ajna said. I don't believe that, because I mean, sweat is basically diluted pee, so they will go through the pee as well, and through the poop. Promote sunlight exposure, grounding, barefoot walking, and breathing exercise. Oh my god, breathing exercises. Just become a guru already. Daily activity helps the detoxification sessions. I mean, of course, don't just sit on the couch. Just move a little, as much as you feel like moving, but not more. The body natural detox process through sweating. There's nothing natural about sweating. The body natural healing and purifying process, it's a passive one that happens in the background, and when you go to pee or poop, it just leaves out those toxins. You don't need to, which were accumulated, as in compounded during the fasting. That I can agree with. And yeah, you need to be hydrated, so don't drink extra salt or consume it. Last but not least, understanding disease as a detox reaction. So we already saw that he promotes diarrhea every day. Ideally you want to trigger diarrhea every day. Darko Velcek. I mean, it's not what Darko said exactly, it's what this guy said he promotes. Symptoms like fever, inflammation, and mucus are seen as a sign of the body cleaning itself. Yeah, it is detoxing from the you just consumed. Instead of suppressing symptoms, the protocol supports the body naturally. It doesn't seem like healing process. It doesn't seem like you're literally burdening your system with extra salt, which it needs to detoxify all the time. Totally done. True cleaning happens in the background. If you got a tattoo and you were like 18 years old, by 60 it will be less visible. Everybody knows that. That's why they retouch it, they repaint over it. because your body is passively cleaning it. And if you go on a laser treatment and you make those paint droplets smaller, then your body can detox even faster. So fasting, if induced by being fat adapted, aka being in ketosis, will help your body to maybe do that, those the equivalent of those laser treatments, to quicker do the cleaning process. But it is always a passive process. You're not getting diarrhea just because your body is cleaning the tattoo and it has a bunch of toxins, it's paint. Detoxing is not enjoyable and can be painful. It is, however, a must to achieve optimal health. I mean, this guy is the king of fallacies. Many carnivores on people on raw diet. Maybe this is a misspelling. Many carnivores on people on raw diets eat good food, but they don't consume enough plasma, which means they feel good but don't detox. Good thing that they are not detoxing. Detoxing is bad. It means your body is getting rid of the toxin you just consumed. You want to purify, heal. Detoxing is for losers. Detoxing is for people who are under a spell, under a fallacy, as much as apparently DV and as much as AV was. They feel good, but they don't detox, or detox very slowly. Just like I said, if you want to detox faster, you be more in ketosis. Detox as in actual healing, truly purifying. Consuming too much salt, which will induce diarrhea, inflammation, mucus, fever, will only burden your system and slow down your healing. Ideally, we speed up this process and accept the temporary suffering to ascend. I mean, I'm not going to say another word. This is just priceless. Thanks for watching.